is unfiltered, unbiased sports talk on YouTube.
Alright, it's like this. I have absolutely no problem with Ronda Rousey as a fighter. You know what I'm saying? Her skill set, her abilities in the octagon, uh, the excitement that she brings to the octagon every fight. I have absolutely no problem with that. You know what I'm saying? She's probably one of the best female fighters of all time. One of, right? As far as competing as a fighter, as a female fighter, right? Now, she can't fuck with Cynthia Rothrock, and this is for you old heads, for you young motherfuckers. That's the 10-time world martial arts champion um, back in the early 90s and late 80s. She was also an actress back then as well. She can't fuck with Cynthia Rothrock, you know what I'm saying? But uh, naming her along the lines of Christy Martin, Mia St. John, Layla Ali, Ann Wolfe, fighters of that nature. She can be named along lines of them. She's actually ahead of a couple of those names. You know what I'm saying? No doubt about that. I mean, in 12 MMA fights, she's had 11 get stopped in the first round. You know what I'm saying? Either by submission or knockouts. Or actually, all 12, excuse me, were stopped. All 12 of her fights were stoppages by either submissions or knockouts. But 11 were in the first round. The only one that wasn't in the first round was a submission in the third round, and that was the rematch against Misha Tate. You know what I'm saying? So, even though I got a roast episode on her, any motherfucker out there that says that Ronda Rousey can't fight, I'll call you a hater my fucking self. You know what I'm saying? And this is coming from one of the most hated. Real talk. But the roast is not about her abilities in the octagon. You know what I mean? It's about her fucking mouth. You know what I'm saying? It's about her fucking mouth. And it's about her inability to rise to the occasion and get in the fucking octagon with Chris Jane Justino, aka Cyborg. You know what I'm saying? But let me go ahead and get some shit ironed out real quick. I see a lot of motherfuckers, a lot of Ronda Rousey uh, pussy riding ass motherfuckers that argue with people who actually have a point about Ronda Rousey, her career, and pretty much how she's trying to suck the life out of athletes that are already made men or women, you know what I'm saying, to try to get her fame, right? To try to rise her stock anyway, as far as fame. And the first thing that they try to say is, oh, the UFC is now before she won two gold medals in the 2004 Olympics and the 2008. Shut the fuck up, motherfucker. Like a motherfucker can't research what Ronda Rousey has done. So for all you motherfuckers that want to say this shit, right, in my comment section, that want to make up shit like y'all did for the Gennady Golovkin roast, I'm going to go ahead and put this out there right now. Ronda Rousey qualified for the Olympics in 2004. She lost. The only gold medal she won that year was in a tournament called the World Junior Judo Championships. That's not the Olympics. She won gold there, and that's actually the only gold medal she won. Okay? In 2006, 2 years later, she won a bronze in the same tournament. Right? In 2007, 1 year later, she won a silver in the same tournament. Okay? Then she finally she's qualified to go to the Olympics again, but she loses in the qualifying round which puts her in the loser's bracket, but she wins the loser's bracket, so she gets a bronze medal out of the 2008 Olympics. Now, I'm not shitting on that whatsoever. I'm just saying this because I've seen a lot of fucking comments on different websites, on Facebook, on YouTube about Ronda Rousey winning 2 gold medals. It's not fucking truth. Go look it up for yourself. All right. She won a gold medal in a tournament that's not the Olympics. The only medal she won in the Olympics was a bronze. Now, what comes with that is she was the first female American fighter to win a medal since the existence of the fighting competitions in the Olympics. So she's the first female fighter to win a medal in that event. So that's what comes with that. All right. Now, her next fight is against Holly Holm. Okay, and this is my criticism. We've seen her beat 12 girls, right? 12 girls, and she's been in the fucking octagon as a collective less than 25 fucking minutes. You know, I mean that's fucking impressive as shit. But you gotta ask the question, who the fuck is at 135? You know what I'm saying? Right now, the number one contender is Jessica Andrade, and she has 4 or 5 fucking losses. Now, a lot of people think she can beat Ronda Rousey. I'm not one of them. You know what I'm saying? But you look at the fucking rankings in the bantamweight division, and a lot of these girls are like 11-6, 9-7. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a broken division. Now, I'm not saying 145 is not a broken division, but what I'm saying is there is someone there who can give her a run for her fucking money, right? Why are you trying to rematch Misha Tate a third fucking time when there's Chris James Cyborg, right? Justino in a division that you have fought at before, right? This is another thing I want to iron out. Number two, a lot of you motherfucking Ronda Rousey titty suckers, y'all like to say that Ronda Rousey campaigned her entire career at 135, so there's no reason for her to move up to 145 to fight Chris James Cyborg, Justino, right? Well, here's a little fucking tidbit for you. In Strikeforce, her last fight before fighting Misha Tate, November 18, 2011, she fought at featherweight. And in the featherweight division in the UFC and in Strikeforce at the time is considered to be any weight below the upper limit of 145 pounds. So that tells you right there, she campaigned at one point at 145, at least between 140 and 145, right? What's in the motherfucking media right now? Cyborg has challenged Ronda Rousey. She says she'll move down 5 pounds, and she challenges Ronda Rousey to move up 5 pounds, and they can meet at 140. Now, I'm not a dude that likes catchweights. I don't like catchweights in boxing. But it's understandable because they want Chris Jane Cyborg Justino to move down 10 fucking pounds, and this woman is pure gristle. You know what I'm saying? How the fuck do you want this? I mean, how is that even a fair fight? Like, Ronda Rousey shouldn't even want to fight her unless it's a fair fight, right? You consider yourself to be the best in the fucking world. So why do you want a handicap to be able to fight someone who could possibly beat you, right? And then you're in a division right now where nobody can fucking beat you. Nobody can beat Ronda Rousey at 135. Nobody, right? So move up. What's the fucking problem? Move up. She wants a handicap because she knows Cyborg is going to beat the fucking shit out of her. Dana White knows. Let me tell y'all a little something, man. Let me tell y'all a little something. Y'all remember Gina Carano, right? The sexy, big titty ass girl that was fighting this shit. Everybody's like, damn, she fine as fuck. What's she doing fighting? Well, little do you all know, Dana White had that shit set up. Gina Carano was supposed to be today's Ronda Rousey, right? Gina Carano was supposed to be the one that was going to be the UFC, the first women's UFC champion. She was supposed to be the one that was posing in fucking Playboy and being in movies. Shit, she actually got a lot of roles in movies just because she's beautiful and she's talented as a fighter. That even losing the fucking Cyborg, she still got roles, right? But her shit was supposed to skyrocket like Ronda Rousey's is right now. Well, what happened was they allowed her to fight Cyborg, and that fucked up Dana White's plans for Gina Carano and women's fighting in the UFC. That fucked up his plans, right? So when Ronda Rousey came, Dana was like, "Oh no, fuck that shit. Strike Force, you're off. Ronda, I'm signing you to the UFC. Here's the fucking bantamweight belt. You don't even have to fight for it. Here you go." And then all of a sudden, there's shit in the goddamn tabloids about Chris James, Cyborg Justino failing a fucking steroid test. Now, I'm not saying it's a conspiracy, but what I am saying is that timing is fucking impeccable, right? It's impeccable. The fight was scheduled March of 2013. Why do I remember that? Ronda Rousey versus Chris James, Cyborg Justino. That fight was supposed to happen March 2013. Why do I remember that so well? It's because I already had my fucking money on the fight. I ain't gonna tell you who I put my money on. You know what I'm saying? But I had my money on the fight. You know what I'm saying? I put my money down on the fight in September of 2012. They already had the odds up in Las Vegas. I put my fucking money down September 2012. Come January, the fight is off. It was like teetering on and off, on and off. Then finally it was off, right? I'm pissed in a motherfucker, so I'm following this shit closely. Like when, we've seen fights get canceled, but then they get put back on later on in the future, right? This has happened before. So I'm following this shit closely. Like every day I'm looking up new information on when this fight's gonna fucking happen. Cause it was the fight of the century. This was like uh female fighting a female fighting comparison of Mayweather Pacquiao. Literally. You know what I'm saying? Justine Cyborg Justino was seen as one of the probably the best female fighter at that time, right, in the world. And then here comes this young. A lot of people think she's pretty. I don't, but anyway, this somewhat pretty, uh, flashy, exciting judo fighter who's been beating people easily, right? Here she comes, and she could be a good challenge for who's said to be unbeatable at that time. That was Cyborg, right? So I'm pissed as fuck. I'm waiting on. I'm looking at information on this fight. I'm following it closely, following the tabloids, following a lot of interviews from fighters, from the two fighters themselves. Well, all of a sudden, for I think it was I can't remember what fight. I know it was Gilbert Melendez and somebody. I can't remember, but at the press conference of that fight, Dana White announces that he signs Ronda Rousey, and then before the main event, or at least the two fighters for the main event start their press conference, he awards the bantamweight title to Ronda Rousey because she was the champion of the bantamweight division in Strikeforce, which ironically, fucking Dana White had pretty much flatlined all of a sudden in that January, right? So he flatlines Strikeforce, cancels the fight between Ronda Rousey and Cyborg, signs Ronda Rousey, gives Ronda Rousey the bantamweight belt without even fucking fighting for it, makes her the first female UFC fucking champion by default, right? Does not sign Cyborg at the same time, and then information about Cyborg failing a fucking steroid test comes out. I mean, the fucking timing's impeccable. So not so many people are mad that Dana White did not sign Cyborg to UFC, but he signed this relatively unknown fighter named Ronda Rousey. You see what I'm saying? Ronda Rousey made her claim to fame in the UFC. And Strikeforce, she beat Misha Tate, who was another pretty girl at the time, right? She beat Misha Tate, and people were like, damn, she fucked her up. But she wasn't that fucking famous. You know what I'm saying? There were some MMA junkies that were saying Ronda Rousey isn't that great of a fighter. Now, if you talk to the same ones, they'll be like, oh, shit, yeah, I was fucked up back then. You know what I'm saying? So, It's just ironic and it's impeccable timing that the steroid information comes out, right? After he's got Ronda Rousey suited up to basically take over the UFC as a flashy, talented female fighter and pretty female fighter to the majority, right? She's got the face, she's got the attitude, she's got the abilities. She's perfect. She's gonna make me a lot of money. I'm Dana White. She's gonna make me a whole lot of money. That's exactly what Gina Carano was supposed to do, guys. He is not trying to get. He's not trying to have that mistake happen to him again, where he put his biggest moneymaker in the ring with a motherfucking beast. He's not trying to do it. Shit, I don't even think Cyborg is even signed to the UFC right now. She's still the Invicta champion right now. She just beat Charmaine Tweet. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's fucking outrageous. It's fucking outrageous. She should have been fought this girl, or at least there should be some fucking negotiations. I mean, the latest thing that she's talking about is, oh, if Cyborg gets off steroids, maybe she can come down to 135. She'll lose some size. Well, why the fuck do you want her to lose size? Right? That's how she beat Gina Carano. That's how she got her claim to be the best female fighter of our era because of her size and her fucking strength. Why do you want her to decrease that so you can have an opportunity to win? That's like us. That's like you playing a kid, not even a kid. You playing somebody your age, right? And basketball, and this motherfucker, y'all playing the 15. This motherfucker wants 12 points. It's the same shit. Hey man, let me get 12. I know you're really good, dog. You're really good. We're playing a 15. Just let me have 12 points real quick. You start from 0, I start from 12. That's exactly what the fuck Ronda Rousey's asking for. You want this motherfucker to drain 10 pounds of muscle. Get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here. Even Demetrius Johnson, man. Even he said that he does not favor a Ronda Rousey versus Cyborg fight at 135. And I quote, Ronda Rousey versus Cyborg would be garbage at 135 pounds because she would be drained. Talking about Cyborg. And that's absolutely right. I don't even think she can do it. I mean, recently I saw an interview with Holly Holm. She did a some on the set pictures and camera work. I don't know. I forgot the name of the event, but she was doing it with Misha Tate and Cyborg. And Cyborg is sitting there talking to them, talking to Holly Holm, basically looking at her and saying, "You're 5'8". You're the same height as me. Maybe I can do it." Right? Got this girl thinking that she could actually drain 10 pounds, possibly, just to get a fight with Ronda Rousey. I call that fucking chasing, man. What I think is gonna happen, because recently Ronda Rousey's came out and said that she's gonna retire in 3 years. What's gonna fucking happen is Ronda Rousey's gonna make her money. She already is making a little bit of dough, and I'll get on her little comments about her dough in a minute. But she's already making a little bit of dough. You know what I'm saying? I think she's gonna make her money, make a couple movies, and then she's gonna get the fuck out of the UFC without fighting Cyborg. And the reason why she won't get ridiculed as much as she should for ducking Cyborg is because of this whole steroid controversy that's behind Cyborg right now. I mean, everything is meticulously planned, right? Dana White's comments, Ronda Rousey's comments, whenever they talk about Cyborg, they make sure they say the right shit to try to brainwash you fucking dumb fucks out there, you Ronda Rousey dick pullers, man. You know what I'm saying? They try to brainwash y'all into believing that Cyborg can come down to 135. Now, she did fight at 135 at Strikeforce, but that shit was the same time that Ronda Rousey fought at bantamweight at Strikeforce. She was a Strikeforce champion, right? After 2013, Cyborg was on a layoff for 2 years. I think she had two fights, and they weren't even serious. They were like overseas, and it was in some different kind of tournament. It was like kickboxing. You know what I'm saying? But she's relatively inactive as far as getting into an octagon. And she's lifting. She's getting older. She's 2 years older. She's 30 now. You know what I'm saying? Whether you believe it or not, when you hit 30, there's different changes in your body. If you're not 30 yet, people 30 and over understand this. When you get to around this age of 30, your body changes. You naturally get fucking bigger. You naturally get bigger the older you get. You know what I'm saying? And we're talking about a 2 year layoff for her being in the octagon, and she's just trying to keep in shape so when she does get that call, she's naturally getting bigger. She's too big for 135 now. But you know what? Ronda Rousey's not too small for 145. She's not. She's actually big for 135. She's doing what Canelo does in boxing, squeezes her big ass frame or big ass body into a little ass frame so she could fight people smaller than her. That's exactly what Canelo does in boxing at 154. That's what Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. does at 160. This motherfucker should be easily fighting at 200 pounds, cruiserweight. You know what I'm saying? This is what Ronda Rousey's doing. She can easily, don't let her fucking fool you. Don't let Dana White's money grubbing ass, because he knows if he puts her in there with Cyborg, he's going to lose all his money. He's going to lose his investment. Don't let him brainwash you into thinking Ronda Rousey cannot go to 145. But you could easily look at Cyborg, and if you know anything about muscle mass, you could look at her and easily come up with the conclusion that she can't get to 135. And if she does, she'll be trying to kill herself like Oscar De La Hoya did before he fought Manny Pacquiao. I remember the damn training camp of that fight. Oscar De La Hoya wasn't even eating. He was just training and taking weight loss pills. You know what I'm saying? Completely drained himself in that fight and quit on the stool. This is exactly the type of shit that could happen to fucking Cyborg if she dropped 10 pounds of weight to fight Ronda Rousey. Get the fuck out of here, man. Anyway, conclusion on this topic anyway. I believe Ronda Rousey is exactly the same as Layla Ali. She's in the same situation. Layla Ali was running through people in her division. There was a beast named Ann Wolfe who was jumping 3 divisions at the same time. Ann Wolfe was the women's boxing champion in 3 different divisions at the same fucking time. That's unbelievable. She had 3 belts in 3 divisions at the same time. Now, she wasn't doing no Mayweather shit. She wasn't holding belts. You know, he's holding the belt at 154, but he's not fighting anybody. No. She was actually defending all 3 fucking titles at the same fucking time, dude. In the same time frame in her career. And she offered to go down to Layla Ali's weight. Layla Ali ducked the shit out of her until she fucking retired. And to this day, if you ask Layla Ali any questions about Ann Wolfe, she will not answer them. Or she'll go around it. Ducking, man. This is exactly Ronda Rousey's position. Just like Layla Ali had a beast ahead of her that can possibly whoop her fucking ass, Ronda Rousey has a beast ahead of her that can possibly whoop her fucking ass. And we may just see Ronda Rousey retire before she actually challenges that fucking beast. Now, next topic, and this will be the last one. We got this whole situation with Floyd Mayweather. I kind of don't even want to talk about it because it's ridiculous. But we got this whole situation with Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? She's been in the media saying all sorts of shit about Floyd. You know, in my opinion, I just think Floyd should just give it a dick, call it a night. You know what I'm saying? That's what it really comes down to. I think she wants to fuck Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? I think she wants to see what that black dick is all about. You know what I'm saying? What that money dick is all. That dick made out of money. Because she's money chasing. I mean, she just posed for Playboy. Any bitch that does that when she's already making money doing something else, they money chasing. You know what I'm saying? She want to see what that money dick is all about. That's all this shit is, man. You know what I'm saying? Look at this bullshit. I think I actually make 2 or 3 times more than he does, meaning Mayweather, per second. So when he learns to read and write, he can text me. And this is in response. This is an old response to Mayweather, basically saying that she can text him, basically look at his bank account, blah blah blah. Well, I just so happen to have a compiled list created by Forbes magazine, a compiled list of the highest paid female athletes of 2015 to date, right? Now, this bitch said she makes 2 or 3 times more than Floyd Mayweather does per second. So, with Floyd Mayweather grossing at 300 million this year, that means she makes way more than that, right? But this bitch ain't even in the top fucking 10 in Forbes as the highest paid female athlete. She's not even top 10. I'll give you the top 5. Top left is, and basically, as you can see, tennis is killing this shit. The tennis female athletes are the highest paid athletes out of all the women athletes in the world, right? The top 4 are fucking tennis players. Top left is Li Na. She grossed at 18.4 million this year so far. Top right, we all know her, Serena Williams. She grossed at 16.3 million this year. Bottom left is Caroline Wozniacki. She grossed at 13.7 million this year. Bottom right, a lot of people know who she is. That's Danica Patrick. She grossed at 13 million this year. She's the only girl in the top 5 that's not a tennis player. The only female athlete. And then, last but not least, the highest paid female athlete who, and just her last comment that I showed you guys, Ronda Rousey says she makes more than, but Forbes seems to not think so. Maria Sharapova, and she grossed at 27.1 million so far this year. Now, granted, the year is not over, right? Ronda Rousey could show her titties some more, for more Playboy. I don't even know if they do Hustler anymore. More Hustler. Maybe she can make a couple sex tapes like Kim Kardashian and hit the lottery and shit. She got a lot of admirers out there, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers get a hold of her sex tape. She could probably be like Kim Kardashian. You know what I'm saying? Let Ray J get in that ass. You know what I'm saying? So the year's not over. She could still do things like that to make her money because UFC ain't going to get you up there. I think you made $1 million in your last fight, which is very high for the UFC. You know what I'm saying? I think that's less than John Jones and his fight against Daniel Cormier. But you're saying that you make 2 to 3 times more per second than Floyd Mayweather. And when you said this, you weren't even considered top 10, the highest paid female athlete by Forbes. Right? That's why I'm getting on that ass right now. Now, let's look at Floyd. First of all, combined, all 5 of these women combined, they gross at 88.5 million. Okay? I took Floyd Mayweather's fight versus Robert Guerrero. Not even, probably his worst pay-per-view numbers. That might be his worst pay-per-view numbers. I'd have to look that shit up. But we all know that those numbers did not do nearly as good as Canelo, Pacquiao, or Oscar De La Hoya, right? He made 32 million in that fight. He made more than the number 1 highest paid athlete, female athlete in the world right now. He made more than her in one fight 2 years ago than she makes all of this year. So that's already more than Ronda Rousey. That's like quadruple what fucking Ronda Rousey makes right now, right? But no, let's not stop there. This year so far, Floyd Mayweather is the highest paid athlete in the world, grossing at $300 million after the Manny Pacquiao fight. Now, in that fight alone, that fight made close to 400 million combined, right? Ticket sales, pay-per-view buys. It made close to $400 million combined, right? With Floyd getting a 60% cut. So that's anywhere between 220 million and 240 million that he made alone in the fucking Pacquiao fight. That's like quadruple. That's, nigga, you gotta start doing like exponents and shit to these girls, to Maria Sharapova's fucking money, and she's the highest paid female athlete. You'd have to put a motherfucking exponent on her shit. You got to do scientific notation to her motherfucking salary, or at least her gross earnings for this year, just to get up there to where Mayweather is in one fucking fight this year. Get the fuck out of here, Ronda Rowdy Rousey. Get the fuck out of here. Quit running your fucking mouth because you're looking stupid, looking dumber and dumber on some Jim Carrey shit by the fucking minute. Straight up. Another thing, just recently, she talking about, well, not really recently, but when she won the ESPY award, an award nobody really gives a fuck about. But anyway, she won the ESPY award, and she said, "I wonder how Mayweather feels about being beat by a woman for once. I'd like to see you pretend not to know me now." Newsflash, bitch. Who gives a fuck? Floyd Mayweather is giving fuck money to bitches that look way better than you. He don't give a fuck about you. So why are you trying to make money off this dude's name? Nobody, like, the only people that really care about this shit are these diehard Ronda Rousey titty sucking ass, pussy eating ass fans that she has. I mean, these fans are just as bad as Pacquiao and Golovkin fans. Well, Pacquiao and Golovkin fans are the same now, but in the past they weren't. Now, pretty much all of the Pacquiao fans have gone over to Golovkin, but they're the same. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you go into the UFC world, they are the same. I mean, they're really thinking Ronda Rousey can beat some of these men, and it's like, are you fucking kidding me? Any of these grown ass men land one shot to this bitch's chin, she's done. I'm talking about comatose, dog. Like, they're gonna have to get the motherfucking ambulance in the octagon and start fucking CPR on this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, get the fuck out of here, dog. Nobody gives a fuck about your passion or your obsession to Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather don't give a fuck. He barely even answers or responds to any of the shit you say. He responds every once in a while, but you on this shit 24/7. You know what I'm saying? You up 24 hours like Jack Bauer and shit talking about Floyd Mayweather. Straight up. Get the fuck out of here, man. Stop running your fucking mouth. Go make your money. You already have your stake to fame. You're the best female fighter in the world right now. Go make your fucking money. Right? A little bit of thing I want to say about the ESPY Award, since she's so happy about the ESPY Award. First of all, it's ESPN. They own this shit. They award this award. ESPN is probably the most biased television network on TV. You know what I'm saying? ESPN hates Floyd Mayweather. They hate a lot of different athletes, and they don't shy away from showing their hatred towards a lot of these fucking athletes, right? Let me give you a little history on the ESPY Award. It started in 1993. The first winner of the male ESPY Award was Michael Jordan. Now, Michael Jordan is the greatest athlete of all time. A lot of people think in every sport. I'm one of them, right? The greatest athlete of all time. But he only won the ESPY Award one time. In 2008, they gave the award to a fucking actor, Will Ferrell. That shows you how serious this award is. They're giving the award to non-athletes, but they're saying they're the best male athlete. Get the fuck out of here, man. Nobody gives a fuck about your ESPY. Nobody gives a fuck about your obsession to Floyd Mayweather. Go make your money. Go fight. Get in the fucking octagon with Christian Justino, aka Cyborg. That way we all can know who's the best female fighter in UFC history. That's all I need you to fucking do. That's all I need you to do. Last thing, she recently said her dream fight is against John Jones, and she believes that she can win. And I'm gonna go ahead and end it right there, man. Like I said before, not only will whack motherfuckers like Nate and Nick Diaz, the Diaz brothers, beat the shit out of fucking Ronda Rousey, John Jones will body bag this bitch, man. I mean, come on, man. It's out of control. Like I said, stop running your mouth. Go show your titties or something. Do what you got to do to make more money than Floyd Mayweather, even though that shit'll never happen, right? Make your fucking movies. You know what I'm saying? Do you. Get your money. Fuck everybody else and fuck trying to be in somebody else's shadow. That's some pussy ass shit, man. I'll be goddamn if I try to be in somebody's fucking shadow to make my money. That's some pussy ass shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Get in the fucking octagon with Cyborg. I don't want to hear nothing else about Ronda Rousey until she fights fucking Cyborg. I don't want to hear shit. I don't want to hear shit from her. Stop ducking Cyborg. That concludes the roast. I have thoroughly roasted Ronda Rousey with fucking ease. And I know a lot of you fucking faggots are gonna have problems and shit. A lot of you Ronda Rousey titty sucking ass motherfuckers are gonna have problems with this video. One thing you gotta understand about me, it's all facts. No opinion in this video. No opinion in the Gennady Golovkin roast. Like in that shit, after I did that video, all of a sudden fans have turned into businessmen overnight. You know what I'm saying? They turned into boxing promoters and boxing managers and businessmen within the sport, acting like they know what's best financially for Gennady Golovkin. Hence, is why he shouldn't fight Andre Ward. Get the fuck out of here. You don't know shit about the money that they try to make up for these fighters so they can get a deal done. I guarantee you, if Golovkin and Andre Ward fought, that would be pay-per-view. But we ain't talking about that. Anyway, like I said, I know you motherfuckers will try to be on here saying your dumbass shit. Go ahead and do what you do. I'll go ahead and knock your comments off just like I was knocking your fucking comments off in the GGG roast one by one. One.